What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I've been very busy this past month and a half trying to get stuff done before winter comes. Like my one Toyota Tacoma I have, it needed a bunch of rust repairs, so I ended up doing that. And then it also needed like front brake calipers, exhaust, sway bar end links, a bunch of other stuff, and it took a lot longer than I expected it would. And I also put new wheels and tires on it. I don't have any pictures of it because I actually just sold it 2 days ago, which is good because kind of don't need it anymore since I have another truck now. Dude, just been busy with customer stuff, local people dropping off stuff, wanting stuff done. When was that? 3 days ago, I worked on a rack for his truck. Goes in his receiver, and it's like a rack that goes up with his headache rack for his truck, so then he could put like ladders and stuff on it. So I did that, and then now I have a guy dropped off his Ford Bronco. I think it's an 89 or 90, somewhere around that year. And he wants me to do bumpers for it, so I'll show you that now. It's actually pretty cleaned for, I mean, I guess it came from California from what I was told, but yeah, it's not in bad shape. I thought it was from Pennsylvania when I first saw it, and I was like kind of surprised, but then again, he said it came from California, so that makes sense why it's so clean. But I'll show you now. It's not, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do it, because the guy's like, he's like, dude, he's like, I see the stuff you build and you build awesome stuff, so just build it how you would want it. So he said he wants a winch mount, a hitch receiver mount. He said he has a light bar he wants mounted, which I don't have that yet, so he said he's gonna order that. So I don't know, I just threw some tubing up just to see what it would look like with like a tubing across it. Just to let you guys know, it's not bent or anything like that. I just put it on jack stands and try to like lay the winch out where I'm wanting the stuff, just to see what it would look like. I don't know if this is the way I'm gonna go yet, but I don't know, I'll show it to you. So here it is. I'm not really sure how I want to do it. Yeah, I've probably been looking at it probably an hour, probably two hours probably now, just trying to envision it, what I want it to come out to look like. And I just can't, I don't know, I figured out how I want to do the top bar, which that piece right there mimics the top bar, how it's going to be. Like I can come up here, and if you can see sort of how like this gap gets wider as it goes. My plan was maybe like bend it here and then kick it so it follows, like it has a nice gap the whole way, and then probably like an 85 degree here. But I just don't know how like I want to do the bottom, or how I'm going to mount the winch, or I don't know. Like I was also thinking about doing like a plate steel bumper, kind of like the Samurai bumpers I make, like the DIY kits. I don't know, I just haven't figured out a solid plan yet. So that's kind of why I haven't really done much to it, because I don't want to waste material. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a good game plan. So he wants front and rear bumpers, and then he also said he wants to do like some sort of what would you call that? Like some kind of like rack up top for like a light bar and stuff. But I told him, I'm like, dude, let's just worry about one thing first and see how you like it, and if you like it, then we'll go to the rear. So I mean, as you can see, it's actually in pretty good shape, which if this thing was rusted to shit, I'd probably won't even bother. I'd probably just tell him I don't have time to work on it, because dude, I hate working on junk stuff. Like that Toyota Tacoma I had, like it wasn't junk, it was just really rusty, and I had a bunch of rust holes in the frame that I patched, and dude, just cutting rust out and welding, it sucked. This whole garage was a mess. But I actually did, when was that? I think that was like 4 days ago. It's been a pretty busy week. I got that Tacoma done. I don't have any pictures of it or anything because it's gone. My cousin ended up buying it, and I hooked him up with it because, I don't know, family. And that's kind of also why I put so much work into it, more than, in my opinion, what it was worth to do. But I figured it's going to him, so whatever. Got to make it right, and also nice truck for him to drive. But I did, after I got that done out of my garage, I had a wild hair up my ass, and I had this Samurai, I would say probably 9 years, maybe 9 years. Well, back when I got this garage, which the garage I was up in, back when I got the garage, hold on, let me open this door first. Okay, as I was saying, back when I got that garage, this Samurai, it didn't run because back in the day I had 2 Samurais, and for some weird reason I would always take parts off my one and put it on the other one, and then dry that in for a little bit and then flip them around again, because I didn't have money to buy parts to have 2 built rigs. So I ended up swapping parts all the time and doing all that. I was pretty good at it. Like, dude, I could probably pull the whole drivetrain out of a Samurai and get it swapped another one, and dude, probably like 2 or 3 hours. Like, I was pretty good at it. Like, when you tear stuff apart all the time, it comes together pretty easy. But I finally got to work on it. Crap. And like I said, it's been sitting, I put it on jack stands back in 2012, which that's when, I think it's around the same time when I got that garage, and it has never ran, it has never drove or nothing. But I finally got it running and driving, which I didn't drive it far. So here it is. I'll show it to you. So here it is. It's I just got done putting a 16 valve in it. I've been wanting a 16 valve for as far as I can remember, and I finally got it in. I bought a new radiator for it. I've heard a bunch of guys on Facebook pages about these aluminum radiators you can get off eBay. I think I paid like 98 bucks for this one shipped to my door. So I was like, it's worth a shot, so I did that. Yeah, some of the wiring is just thrown here because I was in a rush to get it running, to get it out of my garage so that guy could bring his Bronco down, because that was kind of in the works probably for over a month now that he wanted to bring that down. But I put a header on it, which technically I had that header for over a year because, dude, this thing was supposed to be running a year ago. Like, I got the wiring harness done a year ago. I got the header a year ago. I had all these parts, and my friend was supposed to help me, and he kind of, I don't know, he just bailed on me, but whatever. I ended up, I don't know, some of you guys watch my videos, that buggy, which was in the last video, that's the motor that was out of that. So that's pretty much kind of why this thing got done so fast, because this motor was already all together and I didn't have to do nothing to it besides drop it in, plug some wires into all the sensors, and pretty much run some coolant lines and do the wiring and radiator and all that stuff. And it was ready to go. But this is my other 16 valve that I originally planned that was supposed to go into it. I mean, I'm not going to pull the bag off. It's a 16 valve. They all look the same. I mean, it's in there. Well, I bought this. I bought a tracker that ran with this wiring harness, and when I bought it, I started it up and it started smoking real bad, so it was the valve seals. So my friend's like, hey dude, he's like, I'll help you do the valve seals. I know how to do all that stuff. So he helped me tear it apart. He helped me pull the wiring harness out. Like, we were getting stuff done quick, and then he's like, you know what, let's just send this head somewhere, get it all checked out, let them put all the valve seals in it. I was like, dude, that's fine with me. Well, we got that back right away. And then that's pretty much where the progress stopped. Like, he was always too busy to come help me. I mean, I was like, dude, if money is an object, I'll pay you to help me. Like, I just want to get this thing done. And he was just busy with everyone else's stuff, and I don't know. It is what it is, and at the end of the day, I got it done because, well, I was tired of letting this thing sit. Oh, I don't think I showed you any of it, but I'll show you it. I mean, it's a good shape. Like I said, I've had this thing for a very long time, and it hasn't been running since 2012 or even moving. So I'm just so glad it finally is together. I mean, I did this. This is the reason right here is why I ripped it apart. I was wheeling it up at Roush Creek, and I was doing, I think it was like Trail 5, if anyone, some of you guys probably aren't familiar with Roush Creek, but Trail 5, it's a pretty hard trail. It's a black trail. And I was going on 2 rocks and the back tire slid off and hit this tree. I tell you, this tree was probably even like 3 inches in diameter, and it took the whole side out. Like it's crazy how much damage that little tree did. And then after I got back the next day, I was mad because I messed it up. So I got a ball peen hammer, which was a stupid idea, and I started bashing on the inside to try to get it out. Well, I should never have done any of that, but... And then I also had pliers, and I was trying to like bend this lip out and shit. I don't know, it's just something you learn from your mistakes, and... I don't know, and I just got frustrated with it, and I said screw it, and I ripped it apart, and it's never been running since then. So some of the stuff's done to it. YJ kit, which just is an old YJ kit because it doesn't have the shackle stops in the front. My shock towers, my frame plates, my front bumper. Pretty much I built all the stuff off this. Like the YJ kit I built off this. Well, technically I revamped the YJ kit. Like I made one before and it wasn't any like this design. It was just straight easy stuff. So I redesigned it to make it my own. And that's pretty much all the parts that I have on it. I want to do rock sliders on it. I want to do back bumper when I have time. It has a locker in the front, trail gear high steer, sidekick power steering box, chromoly front shaft, 6.5 transfer case gears. I also think it has low range off-roads, transfer case cradle, which I ended up buying. I bought a Samurai probably a year and a half ago, and it had all these parts on it, so I stripped it and I put all the parts on this because it was pretty rusted out and I didn't feel like fixing the rust on it, and it didn't have a title, so it wasn't worth it to me. So I mean, I'll start it up for you guys. It's pretty loud, but just so you guys can hear it run. I don't know, it's a pretty big accomplishment in my eyes. Yeah, she runs, and I still need to do the exhaust on it. And then pretty much button up all the wiring harness, and then my plan is to, when I have time obviously, try to make like an aluminum airbox, something that's up in here, because this doesn't fit because I'm running the Jeep power steering pump and the reservoir mount. So that's kind of why the box doesn't fit in mine. And I didn't know this, but these sensors are very crucial. Like if you unplug this and you leave it like that, it will not start, which I didn't know that. When I first got out of my garage, I pretty much had it out there probably like 20-30 feet, and I went to back it in, and all of a sudden it died and it wouldn't start. I probably messed with it for like 45 minutes, and I was pissed. I was like, this thing is broke again. I don't know. I was just like, damn it. And then here it was dark out and it started raining. I was like, shit, I need to get this thing in the garage. I looked at the wiring. I thought maybe a plug came undone, or one of the wires I hooked up was messed up, or a ground wire. Next thing you know, I looked there. I was like, I wonder if that has to be plugged in. So I plugged it in. It fired right up. I was like, thank God. But I mean, that's what I've been up to. Busy with everyone else's stuff and trying to work on my stuff when I get the time. I mean, sometimes I just wish I could be rich. I mean, I know everyone else out there wish they were rich too, because then they could just do whatever they want. But some of us, that's not how our life is, and we have to work all the time to be able to afford to play with our toys, which is just how it goes. But I know this video is starting to get a little long, so let's make sure I have that key before I lock it. Yeah. So that's the tin top. I wanted to show you guys for a while now. I just never really, I don't know, I just didn't feel like it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can show you my other Samurai that I wheeled. Pretty much it's my wheeler. So here it is. I don't know if I mean, you saw it in the video, in the Gonzuken video. This is the one, like this one and that one I just showed you is the two Samurais I've had the longest. And before I did all like this stuff here and cut it out and stretch the wheelbase, I used to swap all the parts from this one to that one like all the time. It's just crazy because like I put all the money in this thing, and then I think I was running Trail Tough's kit, their YJ kit, because back in the day, I don't know, I didn't really know how to build anything, and I was like just buying stuff. Well, I think the front mount, the leaf spring mount, broke off the frame, and then after that happened, I was like, screw it, I'm going full buggy with it. So I pretty much ripped all the parts out because I wanted to redo it. As you can see, the front now, and that's pretty much where it all started for me for building my own stuff, and I don't know, just fabricating in general. And I really don't know where I was going with that, but I mean, that's my Samurai. It's turboed, 1.3, a 94, so it's factory fuel injected. It's I don't know, it doesn't run quite right. I think I know why it doesn't run right. I've seen a lot of guys have issues like I'm having, and they figured out with locking out the distributor, which I need to do that. I haven't done that to this. Like when I pulled it out here this morning to get in my plasma table room so I could cut some parts out, it just, I don't know, it just wouldn't run. And it would act stupid, and maybe it's just like advancing the timing because one of the other sensors, I don't know. So I'm gonna try that and hopefully it runs better. But I mean, that's pretty much her, a pride and joy. She doesn't look the prettiest, but I had a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to do this thing. Like I wanted to finish I wanted to build a cage for it. I wanted to like put aluminum from like here and then do another arch, like pretty much redo the whole rear of it with aluminum. So many ideas, and I don't know, just don't have time when you run your own business and you have to work on other people's stuff to make money, to pay bills. That's the only downfall, but I can't complain. I love what I do. I have no one to answer to besides myself. So I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't know, like I wanted to do more videos, but I start doing more videos and I feel dumb for doing them, and I just don't do them. But maybe one day I'll get out of that mindset and just do them. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, definitely like it. If you want to see more of my videos and where I go, definitely subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.